Applying to medical school, part 2. So you say you want to be a doctor. We've already talked about the AMCAS application. We've talked about secondary applications. Now let's talk about that medical school interview. Follow me on this one. While social media has changed the world, COVID has changed the world, we're in this unique space within the world. Keep in mind that medical schools, hospitals, they're businesses. And they're generally pretty conservative businesses, pretty conservative entities. Many of those who are going to be interviewing you are probably a little older because you've got to be a little seasoned. You've got to have some successes to get to the point where you're interviewing people to get into medical school. What's my point of that is that how you dress for your interview plays a role. It's safe knowing that you're dealing with a conservative entity to make sure you have conservative dress. A suit like this will work. In general, the grays, the blacks, the blues are considered pretty safe. And if you're a guy, it's important to wear a tie. I get it. I don't have on a tie, but I'm a doctor. I'm already there. But seriously, how you dress is key. Make sure you look the part. The grays, the blacks, the blues, and if you're a guy, make sure you have on a tie. This is not the time, especially we've been on this 1,000-mile journey, this is not the time to show your personality by wearing some strange outfit. Stick to the rules. Conservative dress, and that means the blues, the blacks, and the grays. Let's talk more about this interview. And again, I've been in the process, the medical school application process at a few different medical schools. And what you may not know is that while it's planned, we know that your interview is coming. Your application often goes out early. Sometimes we have days to look at your application. But a fair amount of the time, the person who's interviewing you may be changed at the last minute. There are many reasons why they may not be able to interview you on that day. Hence, somebody may get your application 15 minutes before they're going to see you. And so what ends up happening is they end up just looking at your academic stuff because it's right there in front of us. They look at your letters of recommendation. Just as a side note, just as a hint, when pressed for time, we look at that very last paragraph of your letters. And that very last paragraph, it needs to say, this is an excellent candidate. And then what we do is we jump to your personal statement. Sometimes you're in the hallway waiting. We read that first sentence. That first sentence of that personal statement needs to grab us. If that first sentence grabs us, then we start to read through that entire personal statement. Hold on. If I'm pressed for time, I turn to your personal statement and it's long, I've got to choose, do I want to use my energy and time, given that I'm short of time, because I'm sure it's good, but I'm short of time, do I want to put all my energy in reading this long personal statement? Hence, a personal statement, which is one page, it's traditional and it fits into many different situations. Back to the personal statement. We're pressed for time. We read that first sentence. If it grabs us, we read that first paragraph. Oh, you got us going. We read that second, the third paragraph. Ooh, if you're doing your job, you're creating a space within us to make us say, hey, I want to interview this person. And then sometimes we jump to that last paragraph. It's even happened to me a few times where I was really pressed for time. The candidate was waiting. I got the file 10 minutes before they got there. I read that first sentence, it grabbed me, but I'm really pressed, so I jumped to that last paragraph. It grabbed me so much, I said, hold on. Let me go back and read this whole personal statement. And the personal statement, believe it or not, was what we ended up talking about, which is what you want, because you get to set the tone for your personal statement. And so your personal statement, you want the interview to be about what you set the tone about, because you know about it. You're comfortable in it. That's your space. That's your reality. That's your world. You created it. So that personal statement means a lot more than what you realize. So back to the interview. So we interview you, and it's not the time to make political statements. It's not the time to share all your personal emotional secrets. It's the time for you to present yourself as someone, hey, this is a person we want representing our school. This is a person who we feel comfortable can treat our patients kindly and nicely. Wherever you interview, make sure there's a connection. We're going to ask you, well, why did you interview here in whatever state? Because what we're really asking is, do you have support in this state? If we choose you, are you likely to come to this area? If you have a family member, a cousin there, some reason why you would be drawn to that area, that helps. Because when we're sitting around the interview table, once we've interviewed all the candidates, usually we sit around the table that same day and we share what we've learned. And part of it comes up and says, hey, Johnny is from this area. Or Johnny spent his summers in this area. Johnny's grandmother lives 10 blocks down the road. What that really says is Johnny has support here. Johnny knows about this area. Johnny's less likely to drop out because he's homesick, doesn't like the area, didn't know enough about the area. So every place you interview, make sure you share some connection that you have to that area. Because keep in mind, medical schools, once we accept you, we want you to come, and we want you to come and be successful. In summary, medical schools are often looking for, can this person handle the course load? Is this person a good person? And is this person going to represent us well? Again, medical schools, hospitals are very conservative entities. And speaking about representing us well, your social media profiles, very important. I have seen candidates not be selected because of what comes up on their social media. I've seen candidates who their admissions were withdrawn because of what we found in their social media profile. View your social media profile as your brand. Take it a step further. However you present yourself to us in your application, we need to see that person in your social media profile. We want to see a good, kind, reasonable person. Don't get me wrong, you can be seen at some function, but you want to make sure the best part of you is seen. Because keep in mind, even once the admissions committee accepts you, there are a few different entities that have to look at you. Human resources, financial aid, and all those are touch points where someone may choose to look at your social media profile. I promise you, your social media profile can end your journey at certain medical schools. And we've been on this journey together for a long time. You've been interviewed. Congratulations, because your next step is being accepted.